Okay, Jeff, wrap us up.
Okay, this is the wrap up for Wednesday, September 17th. And we took a day ride today. We went up to Kingsport. We left here about 10:15 this morning. It was a real pretty day. The sun was shining. It was kind of cool though. So we had our sweatshirts, leather jackets, and then we wore our pilot helmets, our 3/4 helmets with shields on them. And we went up straight up.
Hi, Mookie.
Through Luttrell and Washburn, and then up through Thornhill and to Sneedville. That's our friend Jumba.
Jumba.
And then in Sneedville, we took 33 into Virginia, which took us up north
that's a beautiful road.
Yeah, real pretty. And we had not been on that road before, I don't think ever. Up there in that Virginia part. Real curvy kind of country back road. And that took us up to north of Gate City up in Virginia to 23, and then we rode almost straight down into Kingsport. And Pam grew up in Kingsport or in that area, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so she kind of knows it, but then kind of doesn't know it, so it made for an adventurous ride, but no, she kind of knows it. So
I never drove there. I was always just a kid there.
Yeah, we were coming. Yeah, so we know the main road, didn't know the back road.
Yeah, we found them.
So we went down and visited our friend Dwayne at Cycle City. It's right there, almost downtown on I think it's Market Street down there.
Yeah.
And Pam knew his family from
grade school.
So he opened up his shop in Cycle City the same year we opened up Bike Rags in 1994. So we've been not real close friends, but we keep in touch. We always stop in, and when he's in Knoxville, he always stops in. Always rooting for each other. So we stopped in, saw him at Cycle City. And then from there, we got lost a little bit, so went downtown, rode through town and found one of the restaurants that we had on our list. It was
Two Dads Cafe.
Two Dads Cafe, and had lunch. And then after lunch we went downtown, right there on Broad Street. It's kind of like a old city market square kind of area.
And they still have the old Wallace magazine store that was there when I was a kid. And that always brings
bubble gum there when you were a kid, you said.
Yeah, bubble gum and soda and comic books.
And if they still have the same gum. And we were going to go down there to see Henry's. Henry's is a motorcycle shop that's been there as long as I can remember, and the actual man that ran it I think passed away a couple years ago, and I think his son runs it now. But it is a bunch of vintage. It's a true old-timey motorcycle shop with a lot of vintage Hondas, and I'm talking like 60s Hondas. He gets a lot of barn finds, and sometimes fixes them up, gets them running, and sells them.
He was closed today.
Yeah, and just by chance he's closed on Wednesday and Sunday, so we did not get to go in. And there's another shop up there that we are familiar with and friendly with. The guy, it's Pappy's. He's been there since what, the 60s or early 70s.
Yeah, he's been there forever.
And he was closed today too, so we didn't get to see that either. So from Kingsport, then we took 93 south.
And then that was a real pretty road.
Real pretty road. Through Fall Branch, where Pamo's parents lived until they passed away a few years ago. And we took 93 all the way into Greenville. And in Greenville we stopped at just a regular gas station to fill up and get some snacks. Met a gentleman there that was 76 years old, was riding his Honda CTX today, set up until just a couple months ago when he had a little procedure. He's been driving a truck cross country, still riding today. We met a couple guys on their bikes from Indiana that had come down to ride the Dragon and were just kind of tooling around. So then from Greenville, by that time it was about 5:30, so I'd actually kind of planned on taking us down through Newport and some of the back roads, but we drove through 11E and stopped in Bull's Gap, and saw, as we were at one of the stop signs, saw a little sign that says Archie Campbell's Home Place. And so that leads us to, I know it's Pamo's favorite thing of the day. Go ahead and tell them what.
Yeah, it's my favorite thing.
Go ahead.
Go for it.
Tell them about Archie Campbell.
Oh, well.
About Bull's Gap.
You go for it, babe. No. Go.
Well, in Bull's Gap, we're on 11E, and we've ridden through it 1,000 times, going back and forth on 11E. And about a block off to the side is downtown Bull's Gap. And
Main Street.
There's not much there anymore, except some really cute buildings. You can go back in history. There was There's a railroad track that runs right through town. There's a hotel that's about 20 feet off the railroad track. There's a general store that
there's a railroad museum
center.
and the Archie Campbell Museum and the City Hall.
Right, there's these museums, and we got there too late to go into the museums. And there's also right next to the City Hall, right next door, is a looks like a log cabin kind of house.
Yeah, that's
and it
Archie
says
Campbell.
it's Archie Campbell's home place. So I don't know if it's original or reproduction or whatever. But
it looks original.
Downtown Bulls Gap is really
cute.
a cute little town. I mean,
cute.
if you like small town living, that was really cute. So from there, that was my favorite thing in Pamos too.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's my favorite thing.
Yeah, and then from there we just took straight 11E, went through Morristown, and back into town. We got back here at 6:45. It's 7:15.
Yeah.
7:15,
Sorry, I had to
and
think.
our total ride was 228 miles.
Yeah, it was a great day, honey. Thank you.
Great day.
Thank you for
beautiful
planning
weather, and glad to be home with all the little kids.
Yeah.
And we'll talk to you next time.
Thanks, honey.